Alright, what up, YouTube? Mullet G, back at y'all on the episode of Running With Y'all, No Cap, No Filter. And tonight I want to run with y'all about this reaction I'm going to do with B Simone. She was on Ghetto Boys Reloaded podcast, and she basically touched bases again on a statement she made a while back on her can't date, 9-to-5 dudes. Basically a nigga with your average 9-to-5, nothing special, And, she was just, touching bases on that again. And I'm going to go ahead on and react to it as we listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I think she really saying some shit that's, I think I can relate to. I think I could feel her on her mindset, basically what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna go ahead on and play the clip and I'm gonna react to it as we watch it. Check it out.
Like when you a while back you had mentioned that on the Nick Cannon morning show that you don't date 9-to-5 men. Yep. You got a lot of flack.
I did.
Do you still feel the same way?
Absolutely.
What's wrong with a 9-to-5 man?
Well, I say this in my stand-up and I explain because most of the people that support me actually, they're hardworking citizens. They have 9-to-5s, yes. And I do this at the end of my stand-up set. I say clap if you have a 9-to-5, right? Because I had a 9-to-5 less than 2 years. Well, about 2 years ago. I was waiting tables. I was working. Clap if you have a 9-to-5. Whole room claps.
Right.
Clap if you would love to be at that job for the next 30 to 50 years. No one claps.
Right.
That's my point. I can't date a man that's not following his dreams, following his heart. Is happy at you sitting at a desk. You mad at me because I'm out on tour living my life and you stuck, not following your purpose. Most people that have 9-to-5s aren't. I'm not saying that a 9-to-5 is bad, but if you are not driven, you're not following your heart, you're not living your dreams, you got $1 million ideas in your mind, and you too scared to do it. I can't date no man like that.
All right, fellas, I'm coming. I got you covered.
And I'm not saying everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. Hold on. I'm not saying everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. But what I am saying is a lot of men that I have dated that are in that workspace, it's not even what they want to do. I want to date a man that is living in his purpose and doing what he wants to do. Right. And can live my lifestyle. I travel a lot. I do this. I do that. I'm always on. I need you with me.
But see...
Now peep game. When she first made this statement, a lot of people had gave her flag for it. A lot of people was at her neck or whatever. And like she said, a lot of her supporters are people who work a 9-to-5 and buy her tickets and support what she got going on. So she wasn't shitting on people like that. She's shitting on the people. Well, I ain't gonna say she's shitting on. She's talking about the people who are undriven. You know what I'm saying? And you probably been at a dead end job for years and you're not doing nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, a job is for people who are in high school, fresh out of high school, just trying to make some cash. Or an old person who's retired who just wants something to do. Or a person who done made mistakes and, probably trying to get back on their feet. You know what I'm saying? Just using that job as a stepping stone. Now, for the people who just been at a job and they've been there for years, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like 7 years plus or whatever, and they don't like the job, that's the people who she's really talking about. Like, how many jobs you done worked at and you getting trained by different people when you first started and you ask everybody, how long you been here? Do you like the job? And they say, hell no, this old bullshit ass job. Well, damn, you been here for 7-8 years and you know what I'm saying? You don't even like it? Like, you wasting your time. Like, you gotta go do your calling, do what you like to do. Stop being afraid of doing what you like to do, because a lot of people, they're afraid of failure, they're afraid of change. You dig? And a lot of people get comfortable and complacent and they get used to routine. You know what I'm saying? Even if they at their job and they don't like it, they get used to that routine of that schedule. They get used to that routine of what they're doing every day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to go through that hassle of filling out a new application. A lot of people don't want to go through that hassle of motherfucking stepping on a leaf of faith. A lot of people don't want to go through that hassle of changing up your benefits and going to do this and all with another company. A lot of people scared of, to see if the grass is green on the other side. And a lot of people are working at jobs, you know what I'm saying, and they feel like, they good, they content. You know what I'm saying? As long as they provide for themselves and their family, that's all that really matter. You know what I'm saying? And some people like their job. Like, some people actually like their average job, like at a department store or a warehouse or whatever you want to call it. Like, some people actually like their regular, basic, average job. And, to each his own. Who am I to judge? Who is somebody else to tell somebody how they can feel about what they do? You know what I'm saying? But the people who don't like their shit, you know what I'm saying? That's the people who she's really talking about. The unmotivated people to go try to make change. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You work a job as a stepping stool. It's just a stepping stool to, and you ain't gotta be a entrepreneur. You ain't gotta be a boss. Just figure out a way to earn more streams of income where you ain't gotta trade your time at a company that you're doing job duties that you could give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be a boss. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying, work for yourself. You could go work for a company, but just be in an actual career position. Because there's a difference between a job and a career. You dig?
I think for you, I guess that's the operative word, you, because you're on a different level now.
Yeah.
Like and you have to have a man that can match your energy, your drive. You have to have a man that really that's on that type of your financial level, because you're on a total different level.
Absolutely.
But I think it's important that the message don't get mixed up for the young ladies out there who are on their way up, who aren't on the level of a B Simone, who may see that guy that may have an action at this guy that has a 9-to-5. This guy has a lot of potential because most millionaires wasn't born millionaires.
Of course.
Most of these guys were broke, dead ass broke.
Of course.
And if a woman hadn't been able to see, many women that came into their lives, girls that came into their lives before they got money, they didn't see the vision. They couldn't see it.
Yeah.
So they missed out. But somewhere along the line, either a woman did see it, or they got with these women later.
Yeah, and hopefully they have a bigger end goal.
Yeah.
They don't want to be at Subway forever.
Sometimes, not sometimes, but a lot of times, guys, when they get money, the reason why a lot of guys, when they do get money, they do feel like they have their pick of the litter, and they do take advantage of it, is because women oftentimes will not ride with them when they're on their way up, when they're struggling. There are women out there that don't see the potential.
How many times?
At what point does
last time I did was about 3 weeks ago.
At what point does a woman say, okay, we're out of training. You got to have your shit together if you want to fuck with me. Like, when you're young, I think you can take chances, but at some point, in defense of a woman, in defense of women, at some point, a man got to have his shit together. Like, I can't.
Or have a desire to do that. Nobody's perfect. There's never an end goal. I'm going to constantly always evolve. But if I see that you have a desire to be, not just, you want that. I want to be a billionaire, but what am I doing to get there?
Right.
You want internal peace. You want to stop being toxic. What are you doing to get there? Are you in therapy? Are you doing all the steps and things that are going to make you a better man? If I see you applying that, I can fuck with that.
Right.
But most men, I want to do this. Okay, well, you're not doing anything to obtain those goals. If I see you trying to obtain those goals, we can rock.
So if you see it has to be more than talk for you. It has to be action.
Yeah.
It can't just be, I want $1 million.
Everybody
what are you doing
wants
to get?
All right, my final concluding thoughts on this. I feel like from an entrepreneur mindset, they feel like a job is what you do for money, but work is what you do for purpose. Like, I feel like, you could go to work for 9 to 5, but what you do from 6 to 10 really gonna determine where you're gonna be at that next year or the next 2 years. Because if you go to work from 9, you get off at 5, and you ain't doing shit from 6 to 10, for example, you're gonna find yourself in that same position at that 9 to 5 that next year or the year after. And they gonna just give you a 50 cent, maybe a $1 raise every year? Nah, man. And then you gotta know your worth. If you're only making $800 every 2 weeks, maybe $600, $650 every 1 week, then that's your worth. And if you feel like you worth that, and you 25 and your mid-20s or older, then shit, that's on you if you feel like that. But me, I feel like I'm worth more than that, especially if I'm giving my time. I'm trading my time for money at this facility. Especially a facility that I don't give a damn about the job duties. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna like the job duties, and I'm not gonna like trading my time. You know what I'm saying? 8 to 12 hours of my life. 8 to 12 hours a day going through that same shit that I don't even much have a passion for. Like, you can't put yourself in that shit. And then, Willie D had iterated that said, yeah, eventually a dude gonna have to motherfucking get his shit together. Like when a female talking to him, you know, shit, eventually them training wheels gonna have to come off. You know what I'm saying? And when you first meet somebody, if they got an entrepreneur mindset and you just working a job, they can sense that shit when you unhappy at your job by your tone of your voice. And when they ask you what you gonna do to get up out of it, once you say I don't know, that turned them off. Because if they living their life and they making moves or whatever, even if it's baby steps eventually turn into a lot of progress. And if a motherfucking progressing and you're not progressing, that's gonna be a turn off. You know what I'm saying? Because when you ask somebody what you gonna do to get about this situation and they say I don't know, then that's gonna let them know they can't really fuck with you because y'all ain't even much in the same path of a mindset. You feel me? Like, people gotta know, dog, that you gotta motherfucking have a desire to want more. And even if the dudes who feel like, oh yeah, she could be missing out on a good dude that is working a 9 to 5, shit, them good dudes gonna have to realize she gonna be making business calls early in the morning, you know what I'm saying? And while he going to work, she gonna be catching flights, and it's not gonna be a relationship because he not gonna be able to take his time off when he want to. You know what I'm saying? His time off, when he off from work, shit, she might be out of state handling business. That shit not gonna work. That shit gonna get old. And if she do give him a chance, eventually he gonna have to bring something to the table and at least have some ideas and a blueprint and say, yeah, I came up with this idea. I might need this. Then she probably can fuck with that. But if you just got your feedback kicked along for the ride, nah, and motherfucker ain't trying to take care of another grown motherfucker. But I want to know what y'all feel like in the comment section down below, man. I honestly feel like there's nothing wrong with what she said. I don't think she's shitting on people with a 9 to 5. I just think that's her preference, and everybody's is entitled to their own preference. And she prefer a dude who has the time to be with her and still make money. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to physically always be somewhere 5 days, 6 days out the week. That's all she basically was saying.